This game is rated M for mature. Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Bayonetta 2. In the last episode, we came to Inferno here, and we're trying to rescue John. We're encountering some pretty significant resistance here. Lots of really tough customers, so we're kind of hurting a bit here on health, but hopefully we'll be able to get some of it back through health drops and on the climax here. So yeah, we have another pride here to deal with, so this verse is technically optional since we're off the beaten path right now, but it's probably a good idea to do this because you do get a lot of combo points for this, so we'll see how much this ends up being total. It will contribute quite a bit to the overall score. And that's one thing I really haven't talked about too much. It was a little slow, but other than that, great. But when it comes to the overall score for the chapter and how you get ranked on that, unless you're going for pure platinum, in which you have to get pure platinum on all of the individual verses in order to get that rank, it's basically accumulating all of your combo points and the damage you've taken and the time that you spent in verses. Now I believe that in Bayonetta 2 it only tracks the amount of time that you are actually in fights for that. I think in the first game it just tracks how much time you spent in the chapter in general. And before I forget to mention it, inside that chest is the last part of the record that we've been working on throughout this chapter. Once you come back to the main path, though, there's a Muspelheim portal off here to the left. It's not really that far out of the way, so again, this one's pretty easy to find. This one, we can't get hit, so I think this one is just a single greed. I think you have to deal with like 3 or 4 attacks. Depends on if you can get a stun on it or not. But sometimes you can cancel out its attack by hitting it with a Wicked Weave. Kind of stun it for a little bit. So for completing that, you'll get a broken Wit Chart, which for us gets us another full heart, which I definitely appreciate. Alright, so back on the beaten path. Gonna have the ground shifting again, because they really like doing that. They did it in the first chapter, and now they have another excuse to do it again, so why not? You run forward here, we have yet another new enemy. Of course, given that we're in Inferno, makes sense that we're running into a lot of new enemies. So this is Sloth. Sloth is very fast, as you might not expect from it being called Sloth, but I mean, Sloth is technically laziness and not really being slow, so the real thing to be careful with this guy is that often he will attack twice. So you see he had a second red flash there, which can actually happen during witch time. So that's something that you need to keep an eye out for, because if that happens, he will actually get an attack out right after witch time, unless you do a Wicked Weave and stop him from doing so. But definitely a very potent enemy that can be pretty difficult to deal with. Of course, there is a path off to the right here. There seem to be a lot of paths, you know, off to the right on most of these platforms. So we have a remembrance of time. Actually, not a remembrance of time, a resting place. Got my R things confused there. Not a pirate. So this one, not too difficult. It's mostly just, you know, running and making sure that you keep your speed up. We'll have to jump for that one, and that's pretty much it. If you didn't get the chest with the broken moon pearl in it, this is a good opportunity to do so. You're, you know, right back here for that. Now we get to run all the way back. Isn't running exciting? Yeah, like when I'm recording these, it feels like a really long time, you know, running between these places, even if it might only be 10 to 15 seconds in the grand scheme of things. There's an optional verse over here, and it's not fun. So we have 2 militias and a sloth. If you thought, you know, the sloth was bad enough by itself, I am doing very bad on help. So definitely take these out. The sloth is enough to deal with on its own. I definitely needed that. There's also a health drop, a big health drop, which I definitely needed. Yeah, see, like that attack actually had 2 parts. Oh boy, that was stressful. If you want to get all the broken witch hearts, though, you're going to have to do that one, though, because there is a broken witch heart as a reward for completing that. A combo and time were fine. Definitely got hit a lot, though. Okay, so we have an optional verse. The end of the chapter is basically right there, but there's an optional chapter way at the beginning where we fought Phantasmaronier, so I will save you the travel time here, and I will run back and meet you for that optional verse. Alright, we have reached our destination, so I'm going to start out... This verse is a malicious and to... I don't know, I'm blanking on the names of these. I think they're pain. So, definitely take care of the malicious first. It will make your life much easier. After that, I'd recommend taking care of one of the pains first. Ow. I can't see. Ow, I dodged too early on that. This is very hard. Ow. Ow. Sheesh. Yeah, what's really frustrating about facing 2 of these guys at the same time is sometimes you can't see it when one attacks through the other. You make it very easy to lose track of them and get hit a lot. Hopefully this will be, you know, more manageable now that we're just down to 1. Of course, you will get a pretty hefty combo score for this verse. Oh boy, well that was exciting. So, I mean, I suppose that wasn't too bad, but yeah, no, I was not kidding around when I said that this this chapter pulls no punches. That verse in particular. I think I might have missed out on a large healing item over there. I saw it during the fight, but I think it's gone now. But I will meet you back where we're supposed to be, so I will see you there. Actually, scratch that. While we're here, we have a Gates of Hell entrance that we can conveniently use now that we have finished that record.
LP. No rest for the wicked, even if I am jollier than the average demon. But no need to pity me. I was bored anyways. Be right back. This one's gonna be fun. Been looking for a workout like this for a while. Ta-ta. Damn, some of these fools are really about that life. Had me working overtime to knock this one into shape. Off you go.
Okay, so this is Salamandra. So, funny little throwback to the first game. In one of his dialogues that he gives you when you enter the Gates of Hell, he says, "No matter how much you ask, I'm not strapping a chainsaw to your arm." Well, in this game, you have chainsaws that you can equip on your arms as a weapon. So, that's a funny little thing. We don't have enough for that last Wit Chart from the shop just yet. We'll see if we have enough by the end of this chapter or not. I'm not sure how many more halos we'll be getting. There is one more verse, but that is it. So at this point, I could cut out, but by the time that I cut out and cut back in, it might be like 10 or 15 seconds of cut footage. So, enjoy me running through this very bleak and desolate landscape. And we're back. There is a chest kind of tucked away behind this vine, so make sure you grab that. And we will be on our way to the end of the chapter.
Why, if it ain't Bayonetta, fancy finding a witch like you in a place like this.
Rodin, don't tell me you came here to rescue me, like some kind of knight in shining armor.
Rescue? Do I look like the rescuing tank? If you were to kick the bucket here, I'd be all over your soul like a hungry hyena.
So, for our final verse here, we're going to be fighting multiple waves of enemies here, but we're fighting next to Rodin, which, as you will soon discover, Rodin is incredibly overpowered. He can pretty much one-hit kill anything he touches, which I'm sure we will get to see at some point during this. So, the worst part about this chapter is actually not that it's hard, but is that Rodin can actually steal your kills, and you can not get enough combo points because of it. So, do your best. Yep, and I let my combo drop there, so that one was kind of on me. But this one can be definitely frustrating to deal with if you're trying to go for pure platinums, because through no fault of your own, you can have it kind of stolen from you. And just to show you how overpowered he is, we're going to start encountering some more difficult enemies. Like, here's some greeds. And just, you know, wait for him to instantly kill them. 3, 2, 1. It's actually not... I see you waited just long enough for me to get hit. Thanks, Rodin. So here, 2 pains at the same time. And there they go. Or there goes one of them. And there goes the other. So let's see, is that the end of it? Yeah, that's the end of it.
We're here. And so is my target by the looks of it.
Jean, there she is.
Hold up. You're not seriously thinking of getting between a man and his next payday. Chill, Bayonetta. Don't go shooting up my target, you dig? I need that one intact.
So, yeah, I got hit once. I would have had it if not for that. Dang it. Fortunately, we're going to have to save Jean in the next one. And, wow, I'm actually kind of surprised that I got a platinum on that, because in my practice run, I got a gold. So, there you go. This is definitely one of the harder chapters in the game, in my opinion. You could see just from how much damage I was taking. And how many healing items they give out during that, too. So, thank you very much for watching this episode of... Actually, we do have enough halos, so I don't have to end it yet. So we can actually go into the gates of hell here and pick up that last Wit Chart.
New chaperone. No shoes, no shirt, no service.
Plus,
Hair doesn't count. Just kidding. What'll it be?
Plus, we actually need to see some of these lines that Rodin says. I'm pretty sure we have not seen nearly enough of them. So let's go and get that Wit Chart. The last one of those. So I think we have probably 3 health expansions left until we're at max health. But now that we've taken care of that business, thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Bayonetta 2. I've been redxparasite, signing out.